Dice Paper Roll is made on the traditional lands of the Kulin Nation and the Yagara people. We wish to acknowledge their elders past, present and emerging. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.
You were warned. And now you cannot turn back. You have chosen your path. And your choices, they make waves. Those waves, they crash. And they grow. And they reflect. Growing more powerful with every pass. There is only one way to escape. You must defeat him. But he is already hunting you. He knows you. He can already taste your souls.
High above the river juts a quiet promontory, upon which looms a sepulchral mansion, its turrets capped with fairy tale cones, its towers lined with sculpted battlements. Most of the structure has collapsed, caved in long ago, as has the roof. But a small part remains intact. A single dark octagonal tower rises above the surrounding architecture. Water pools in the grass in front of the ruined manor, around a huge block of granite, atop of which stands a great statue of a mighty dragon. Water drips from its wings, hitting the pools and causing ripples. Ripples that flow and crisscross and make patterns. Patterns that spell DPR, Curse of Strahd.
Hello and welcome to the spookiest podcast this side of Transylvania. It's DPR does Curse of Strahd. My name is Emil, and I play Sonny Bono, the sentient sword of light, sworn to destroy Strahd after he tore the blade and hilt asunder. Jack, who do you play?
I play Louise, the paladin fish woman. She's lying in bed the night previous, flowing through her brain. Oh, what? She's not in bed? All right, never mind. Who are you playing, Lauren?
we buried somebody, Jack. We buried them. We're all out in the...
Never mind.
In the field, I'm pretty sure.
What was she doing when she was lying in bed, Jack? I felt like you were going somewhere with that.
Yeah.
She was swimming through the ocean, and fish were passing by, and she was moving at the speed of the other fish, like a flying dream, but swimming. She doesn't swim normally. She walks on the bottom of the ocean.
Hello, Louise. How good is this?
It is pretty great, Franklin.
This Mistral stream is wonderful. I'm enjoying it very much.
Yes, the turtles are so fresh and beautiful today. Wow.
Look out for the shrimp, though. They are spoiling for a fight.
We are going to have such a fight today. Oh. Who are you playing, Lauren?
I am playing Irina Indirovich, daughter of the Burgermeister, who is also a human sorcerer. She loves fire, basically. I'm no longer playing Mo. See previous episode for the beautiful death that Mo came across. So I'm back down to one character, which is fine with me.
Still twice as talented as the rest of us, though.
Now
Still
4 times
though.
as talented.
Yeah, totally. But Irina is obviously grieving for the loss of Mo. Mo sacrificed herself to save Irina from Strahd. / Irina is Strahd's bride in her body. I'm trying to think reincarnation, something like that. Anyway, because the souls of the killed in Barovia never leave Barovia, so they float around and then they get reborn. So that's what's happening with her. She's very sad. Ben, who are you playing?
I play a goblin named Ragyog. He's a cleric of Lathander. I was actually just thinking, episode 27, I hope the rest of us pass the 27 club, having lost 2 people last episode. But Ragyog is a torrent of emotions at the moment. He is gutted and betrayed by Hans's betrayal and his filthy, filthy lies. He is saddened and feels guilt that he believed Hans over Mo, and Mo is now dead. But he also feels hope that Lathander has graced him with power, and now Ragyog is full of grim determination to put an end to Strahd and all that he stands for, and free the people of Barovia. Danny, what are you? You're here
Hey.
tonight.
What are you doing?
Hey, I'm Dan.
We didn't think you were
So-
coming.
I thought we shared the Zencaster link on a separate
Yeah,
thread.
I thought I'd just like
Guess
come
it's just
in
in
and just
general,
like
though.
do a bit of
Oh.
voyeurism, just watch how everything goes, that kind of stuff. Because yes, Hans, perished in the last episode. Very heroically, I feel. Did win out with a bang. I'm glad that Ragyog, I sucked him in. I'm glad that Hans had some fucking logic to his lies.
Absolutely.
And I was proud of that. But yeah, so he's dead. But I will be playing a very hastily made up character. So
Unlike
we will-
the rest of us who have spent months
Hours and
agonizing,
hours
months creating,
crafting
finally
all of the
crafting
different things,
the
the
Yeah.
character
nuance,
that
the
was
backstory.
bestowed upon me.
But yes, that character will be introduced at Greg's discretion. Gregory.
Yes, I'm playing Greg Pickering. He is a moderately successful, soon-to-be middle-aged man.
Humble brag.
Who
Soon.
likes humble brag.
Yeah. He's at least like a level
Who likes-
mid-40s.
Level mid-40s.
Hang on, Greg.
Definitely didn't spend any points in strength or dexterity
Hang
or
on,
constitution.
Our listeners know this is a podcast. They know that you're middle class and middle successful, middle aged. Come on.
And probably white.
Almost certainly.
Although he is half orc. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
is that.
And I also have the honor and privilege of being the dungeon master for DPR does Curse of Strahd. Oh, what an episode that last one was! So I think it's a good point that we can start with everyone standing around the grave that you've just buried your friend Mo in on a hill in the vineyard, in a nice spot under the vines, and you lay down some fresh cut flowers on top of the grave.
I also lay down a full glass of Chardonnay and a full glass of Shiraz, because I know that she liked both equally when she was partying, and this is to take you on to the afterlife, my dear friend Mo.
Sonny reaches into his waistcoat pocket and pulls out the bag of white powder and pours it out atop the grave. One last come up. It's all for you. And then immediately realizes what he's done and like scoops inside the inside of the bag and like rubs it on his lip. Puts his tongue inside.
Starts eating dirt.
No, he's got dignity, Dan. Come on.
Louise says, I did not know you well, dear Mo, but I know that we were good friends. I would have said, you can call me Lo, if I could have. Goodbye. She places a copy of the Communist Manifesto. I mean, the
Das Krabatal.
Das Krabatal
Das
on the top of the
Krabatal.
grave.
Irina stares over the tributes and just says, chokes back some tears and just says, your death will not be in vain, dear friend. And I hope that Strahd will be ended in order for us to achieve victory and to honor you.
Having said your goodbyes, you all head back to the Wizard of the Wines, and you're shown to new undestroyed guest rooms to rest for the night.
Is this place safe anymore?
Is any place safe?
No.
You all sleep deeply, but you are woken by the sadness that you feel deep inside your hearts at the loss of your friends. Irina particularly tosses and turns in her sleep. In her dreams, she runs through the woods, away from a faceless pursuer. Always running, and always the pursuer is right at her heels. Out of breath, she runs, feet heavy. Roots snag at her and branches claw at her hair as she flees the faceless form, always just one step behind. She catches a glimpse. The figure of Strahd stands waiting. He grins, revealing his sharp fangs. And as she watches, he grows in size, growing in size and darkness as gloom spreads around him, engulfing Irina's vision. All is dark, but suddenly there is a flash of light as fire engulfs Strahd's hand. It ripples up his now large, monstrous arm and lights his face. But it is not Strahd. It is a familiar face, twisted in pain. Irina wakes in a sweat as thunder rolls outside, and the dawn slowly begins to break on a new day.
The bleak light comes through the window. Ragyog is already awake and has been for some time, on his knees, his little swimming skull cap clasped in his hands to his chest, head down, and praying to Lathander, praying for Mo's spirit and to watch over Hans until we can rescue him.
Ragyog reaches out desperately for Lathander. The memories of the whispers that filled his mind last dawn still very close. Raw from the death of his friends, he waits eagerly for the first light of dawn to break. And this moment when that light first appears is always the most peaceful and calming for Ragyog, as you're filled with the new power of a new day. But as that light breaks, the rawness remains. No light fills you up. And it's like the sun ticks up above the horizon and then ticks back down. Time stops for just a moment. And all is darkness as you look out the window. Strange, shadowy shapes writhe on the horizon to the north above the mountain tops. And the whispers again flood your mind. Ragyog.
No.
You will be ours, Ragyog.
No. Shut up. Morning, Lord. Morning,
Accept
Lord.
your fate.
Please.
Accept our power.
Please. I know I failed you. I know I failed my friends, but I'm here to do your work. Please answer me. Bring the light of day.
The sun ticks back above the horizon, and the warm pink glow of dawn fills the sky. And again, you are filled with Lathander's light.
A tear. I'm sorry, I'm hogging all the tears these latest episodes, guys. A tear of relief spills from his eye as he basks in the light and pushes the fear and the voices down.
I don't know what those are. All right, time for breakfast.
You all wake. Does anyone else want to do anything before? Yep.
Sitting at the breakfast table, Sonny, who normally relishes the chance to taste food through his avatars that he's inhabiting, is off his appetite. He takes a little bit of pickled herring, spits it out. His eyes squint as he waits, as he looks to the stairs and sees the others descending. He stands. Come on, everyone. Quick brekkie, and then let's go hunt this Baba Yaga.
Yes.
Before you go, I know it is a sad time for you all. I do not need to impress upon you the importance of your mission after the night you had, but I am more filled with trust that you will fulfill it, particularly with that creepy German gone.
That creepy German was still our friend. He was under the charm of that monstrosity, and it's all the more important now that we do what we can to gather power against him.
No, you are right. You are right. And you need as much help as you can get. That I can see. We all do against this monster. I have held these for too long without using them, and I think you can better be served by holding them.
He reaches out and hands Lauren hands Irina.
Irina,
Reaches through
I have
the screen.
A name.
He reaches out and hands you a a golden double ring. So it's 2 rings next to each other, joined by a bridge. And on the ring, it's covered in arcane symbols. This will allow you to store up your spells so that you have them in reserve. It will be of great use to you. I hope this serves you well in your battle.
Thank you so much.
Can I make a history check?
Yeah, you can.
It's a double ring. So beautiful.
Sunny spots it immediately and
She slips it onto like the middle ring finger. Oh, it's such a good fit too. I mean, where did this come from? This is beautiful.
he racks his memory to see if he's seen anything like that. It stirs a memory in him as he rolls an 18.
Yeah, great. Yeah, where does it come from?
It's just divine.
From the moons of Jupiter. I've seen that before. It's a club I used to go to, the Moons of Jupiter. I tell you, some hot, sweaty Sunday afternoon vibes there.
Yes, I
I
think it does
saw-
have like a little bit of a. It does look like it's got sweat stains on it. It's a bit
Used to
tarnished.
belong to
actually.
Diana Ross. She always kept
Really?
one in the hole.
Who was
Oh,
she?
yeah.
Some kind of witch
She saved the
or?
best. Some kind. She could get everyone up on the floor. Save the best till last, always. Always kept one in the hip pocket, ready to go at a moment's notice.
Looks like it contains more than spells, too. There's a little screw off compartment in there.
Oh, look at this little bit.
Just enough.
Oh, it's
Oh, yeah. You better believe.
it's empty. Thanks,
Let
Diana.
me just have another quick. I'll just have another quick look at that after inspecting it. It's definitely empty. Just sound inspected.
It was given to me by a friend long ago. He gave it to me on his deathbed, and he said to me, I'm coming out. It's my turn. Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. You can't hurry, love. It was a very strange exchange.
He sounded delirious.
But there you go. Yes, he was. There was a lot of blood loss. Yes.
Powerful spells. If good people listen
Well,
to them, then
you can't hurry blood loss.
That would have been a much better song.
Mine didn't work. Anyway, continue.
For you, Louise, this reminded me of you, or you reminded me of this the moment you walked through my door, and he hands you a very small shield. It's like it's really tiny. It's like a tiny little. It's a tiny little shield, and it's got dolphins on it. It's maybe 15 centimeters tall. And it's this perfect, but it's got a normal size handle on the back of it.
Well,
What do we say?
Are you blushing?
I could not find the words to come to my mouth. This is the most beautiful shield I have ever seen.
wait, that's Raquel Welch's hubcap. Oh no, sorry, I'm wrong. Do not recognize that.
Hold it out in front of you.
All right. I do have another shield, but okay, we will put the little shield out, and she puts it out in front of her.
As you put it out, there's a sound of swirling water, and a shield of water erupts around the outside of it, growing to full size. and the water swirls around, forming. There's still the dolphins on the steel shield in the center, but swirling around the outside, this watery shield forms the hammer and sickle on the outside of the shield. But the edges of the hammer and sickle are like peaks of it's like the water's rushing around the shield. So there's like little foamy caps and marks, and you feel the water sort of wrap around your hand, and as you let go of the handle, the shield floats around you and sits next to you without you having to hold it. And as he holds his staff and he flicks it towards you, and as he does, the shield spins round and interposes between you and him and deflects his blow.
Louise tries to say stuff, but it's all muffled by the sound of water. But had
She's speaking in her native language.
yeah, maybe.
I also speak aquatic, and I'm very grateful for your kind words. Aquatique. With a Q. Aquatique.
She brings the shield back to her arm and fastens it to the belt next to the fish pellets, and on her belt, and she says, "That was incredible. How can I ever repay you?"
You can stop Baba Yaga and destroy Strahd once and for all.
Well, Baba Yaga, we are coming for him.
And finally, for you, my little friend, you have a difficult journey ahead of you. And it seems you need all the help you can get. He reaches under his cloak and lifts an amulet over his head and hands you the holy symbol of Ravenkind.
Thank you.
This will protect you against vampires. It will make your cleric abilities much stronger against them. It has protected me for many years, but I am old and I do not need it anymore.
In Ragyog's head,
Just say thank you. Just say thank you. Don't say how good it would have been to have last night when you had it in your hands. It's not his fault. It's just say, thank you, Davo. Thank you.
and if there were any more tears left in this fucking podcast, Ragyog would cry it.
How do I use it?
It will enhance your ability to turn the undead.
Check the chat. There is a hyperlink.
Yeah. Yes, check the link that I just shared.
And it tells you how to use it.
It's very helpful.
Okay.
Psst, Ragyog. His name is Damo.
What?
Not Dave. Not Davo.
There's
It's Damo.
Davian.
No, it is Davo.
Oh
Davey.
shit, I've been calling him Damo the whole time. I am so sorry. Oh God.
I mean, I'm sure he
Yes.
never noticed.
I guess that's why I didn't get a gift. Well, fair enough. Let's go.
No, it's an honest mistake, and it looks like you are honestly just falling apart at the seams. I thought these might be of help, and he hands you a pair of boots which have leather straps that wrap up the legs. So they're like sandals, but with a covered in bottom, and they like got leather wrappings all the way up to the knees. They are ugly as hell.
Axl Rose's ballet slippers. Thank you.
Yes, that's right. These were the ballet slippers of once a friend of mine, Axel. He was a great leaper. I hope they come in handy for all of you. We have packed you fresh food and tack to take on your journey, and I wish you all luck. I will head back and spread word amongst my network. I will foment unrest amongst the people so that when you are ready, they will be there for you to storm the castle.
Thank you, Davian.
Thank you, Davian.
When you say you're heading back to Valakai,
Yes.
do you think you could possibly deliver? Because how long is it going to take us to get to Baba Yaga? More than a day or two?
No, probably like 1 day maximum.
So, would you mind just letting the Burgermeister know that we've encountered a few difficulties along the way, and we may be just 5 minutes late to the Festival of the Sun, but we hope he forgives us.
I'm sure he will delay it for his guests of honor after I've had a little chat in his ear. Good luck to each of you.
And you.
And here, this when you are ready to storm the castle, blow this whistle. He hands you a whistle.
Yes.
What does it look like?
Give it. It looks like a badly carved wooden crow or raven.
Yes.
Are we blowing it its beak?
Give it a go.
What, right now?
Yeah, just test.
Yeah, go on. What does it sound like?
It's this secret symbol or sound of the Fellowship of the Feather, formerly
Coincidentally,
known as the Feather Friends.
Gary the pigeon flaps in just at the start.
Not you, Gary.
Fuck off, Gary. So, having had your fill and got your new goodies, you head off on the road, and as you walk out of the vineyard, the rain slows.
And as we do, I call out before we go too far. I pull out like some wrapped provisions that Davian gave us. I go,
All right, freak. All right, Myrtle. Get out of the carriage, Stowe. It's time to go. Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. It's traveling time.
Oh my God, I had totally forgotten about those two.
Oh, thank God! We were under there for so long, and all I heard was screaming. And
We didn't know if you were coming back.
Yes.
It's perfectly normal. You should know that by now.
Do we have to? Can we just stay at the winery for a bit with these nice people and eat food?
well, I think that's up.
their feathers.
I feel like there's going to be other NPCs you can interact with on the road, and there's too many to take care of.
Well,
I feel like you keep forgetting us.
Yeah.
No, never. We've just been very, very busy. Look, I really think it's up to your cool Auntie Irina to make an important decision like this.
My darlings, we just had to hide you because there was a lot going on. And look, I think we're just going to leave you here with the Wizard of the Wines just for a little bit. It'll just be a little staycation, a little weekend.
Speaking as the godfather of Anthony Kiedis, who, might I say, did not try heroin till he was a full 14 years of age, I'd be happy for you to accompany us any further. Come along with me. Please, Irina.
I do believe I am the coolest aunt present, and I'm pretty sure that's a really bad way of being a godfather. So just stay here and just relax and go inside and spend some time with the nice people. And we've got to go do some very dangerous things. You don't want to be around us. Just chill, all right? We'll be right back.
Thank you.
That's what Daddy said when he went to get cigarettes.
Yes, well, that's going to be something for a bit of therapy later on. Anyway, onward ho.
Bad parenting indeed.
Louise.
What did you call me?
Louise, before she leaves the place, looks at the head of the herring that was spat out by Sunny on the floor, and the thought catches her mind that whilst they can cut off the heads of a few fish, they cannot stop the school. And she turns to her friends and says, I think there is a ways that we can move a little faster. And she calls Curly the horse.
There is a faint galloping in the distance, the thunder of hooves.
That takes 10 minutes to arrive.
Just wait, everyone. Just 10 minutes.
I mean, we do have things to do, Louise.
Is normally much faster than this. I'm so sorry.
No, because you'd already summoned him previously. He comes at your beck and call now, and he majestically rides into the space and actually hooks himself into, like, just gets up under and hooks himself into the harness of the carriage, turning it around with space for you all to, and he kicks the carriage with his back hoof, which opens the door for you.
What service? Don't mind if I do.
Sunny majestically jettays 30 feet into the air, doing a spinning pirouette, and lands deftly onto the coach driver's seat.
Yeah, you do, and it's a crazy high jump, like massively high.
Right.
Everyone else doesn't care, apparently.
No fucks given.
I mean,
0 fucks.
Louise.
Yeah, Irene is just distracted by the shininess of a new ring. Doesn't see the jump at all. Just climbs on in and takes the noble seat where she is supposed to be.
I saw it, Bill. I've just seen it all before. Something different next time, please. Would anyone care for a tune? I say as I settle myself into the back.
Jump 75 fucking feet in the air. All right, fine. No, let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's fucking go. Okay.
The carriage takes off down the path out of the Wizard of the Wines, and the clouds still hang overhead as the carriage rumbles down the road at a great pace, pulled by the mighty Curly, the racehorse of great renown. And the carriage takes you all the way down and around the foothills of a large mountain, and on a cliff halfway up, you can see in the sunlight, in the dim light of day, the ruined tower of Arganavostholt. And the carriage rides up the road to approach the great old fallen mansion. It's dilapidated and collapsing, and only a large hexagonal tower stands at the back. A tagger stands at the back of this ruined space, but they're still guarded by a large granite block upon which perches a beautiful statue of a giant silver dragon. And as the carriage pulls up, you all step out of the carriage in front of this statue, which seems to suddenly come to life. Its neck bends back and it breathes down towards you, mimicking the move, but only a thin mist of cold, moist air surrounds you and dissipates its magic, long worn thin. And as it does, you can see two figures stride out from the entrance of the ruined entrance of the castle. One of them is a tall, dark-haired woman. She's strikingly beautiful, and she has a rolled bandana around her head. She wears soft silks and a leather breastplate, and she carries a rapier and a short sword on either side. And you notice she walks with a strange gait, and as she steps out, in the light of the day, her mechanical leg shines as she steps down the front steps, and she's clutching a large book. And next to her walks another figure.
a very short figure walks alongside her. You see that she is a gnome with long red hair and very plain looking, a bit of a hooked nose, in a pale blue. I don't even know what the
Robe?
a dress, but the classic. I can't really think of any
Like a
other way to
medieval type of gown,
Big shoulders.
you can tell. Yeah, it's got the big pluffy,
big puffy shoulders.
puffy shoulders, and it's like kind of tight fitting around to the waist, and then it like juts out again. And it's all frilled, kind of Dorothy-ish. And she has long red curly hair that blows gently in the wind. Made all
So
that up right then.
As these two walk down the stairs towards you, the long black hair of Esmeralda is caught by the wind, and she smiles at you. Oh, you don't look like the normal types that come around this place. She surreptitiously slips two small hand crossbows back into the puffy sleeves on either arm, into their clips underneath. And you don't look too dangerous either. What are you lot up to?
Looks can be deceiving. And Sonny
You two must be lost.
leaps high again and spins around and lands, holding the sword.
Sonny, that is very impressive. You must keep that up.
Yeah, too late. Too late, thanks.
I'm so sorry.
You had your chance.
Hanging out the window, Ragyog says,
There's more than two of us, and no, we're not lost.
Also, that is Curly the horse. You never heard of Curly the horse? That is a very impressive horse.
Pretty big deal.
No fucking way, bro. That's
Oh.
Curly the horse. Shut.
No way, Esmeralda.
I know.
Already lost.
Sasha, that's crazy.
Well, I
Fuck.
do declare, is that Curly?
That is
Wow.
right.
You don't say. I have seen a person jump that high, so that wasn't so impressive. But I have not seen that horse. I've heard the myths, the stories long in the French Ocean of the Curly, the horse that ran on the land and the sea.
That is the very same. And he pulls our carriage just like that. Amazing.
And would he pull the carriage of just anybody? No.
That is right.
Absolutely not. He pulls only my carriage. Oh, whatever. No, we're all over that now. That's well met. You two fine-looking women over there. My name is Irina Indirovich. I am the daughter of the Burgermeister, if you want to keep piling impression upon impression. Very charmed to meet you
Do
in
you
this.
mention that to everyone you meet?
Oh, yeah, all the time. Yeah.
That is a strange thing to say when you first meet someone, really, in a social setting like this. It's not like we're in a ball or anything,
No.
I don't really care who your daddy is, but you seem like a nice enough girl, so nice to meet you.
Well, I don't care who your daddy is either. What's up?
Oh, well, it's actually quite a good story, but I would have told it over a glass of Chardonnay, but that's fine. That's okay. I was a bit rude. I'm sorry. Maybe we're getting off on the wrong foot. Don't be. That's a little joke because I got a robot leg. But,
I'm so glad you're the first one to make that. I mean, I looked at it and I was like, are we allowed to talk about it? Or like, where is she
Yes,
with
I mean,
that on
we
that
all
journey?
told you.
totally
didn't
allowed
we?
to talk about it.
Oh, thank Christ.
I think it's fucking rad, I've got a
It
crossbow in it
yeah,
and
it's pretty
everything.
good.
Is.
so shiny.
I was going to
We thought the
reveal that
same
later
thing
in a
about-
really cool way, but I always give it away early because I'm really excited about it.
Well, you seem like lovely dinner companions. We've had a very long day on the road, so how would you like to break bread with us and other delicacies? We'll
We've got
break
so
them
much
and then we
cheese.
eat them.
Like, so much cheese.
Yes.
Honestly, too much cheese.
Oh, that sounds great. Ragyog, can you give me a perception check, please?
Sure. That is a 15.
Okay, and can you give me an Arcana as well?
I can certainly try. It's a 1. Natural.
Well, you can tell that Sasha has cast some sort of spell. You think it might be some sort of detection spell, but you're really not sure. You only caught a glimpse of the last bit of it. Well, we could join you for dinner. Let me just consult with my my colleague here. Hey, Sasha.
Yes.
Are they good? Are they good people? Did you do that thing I said where you see if they're good or bad when we meet people?
Yes, I did, and I must say they are giving off a very good energy. I gotta say, I'm really liking the vibe of them.
I
think
felt that.
We're I was trying to look at some southern sayings, but then I got y'all. I think they're all good, y'all.
Ragyog is just completely just awestruck by this red-headed beauty in front of him. The sounds of the accent, and it's just, oh, my lady, you have cast a spell over me. Won't you all join us, please, please?
Yeah, you seem like a good lot. I guess, we could sit down and talk about stuff. We just found this book in the ruined place here. It's called, what's it called again? A complete history on Strahd von Zarovich, my conquests, and my own personal diary all in one compendium.
It's a really interesting read.
Yeah, it's got lots of
seems
info.
like that could be pertinent to our quest.
Yeah, we found it at the top of the tower.
I mean, why would you just leave a diary hanging around if you didn't want people to read it?
That'll save us at least 2 or 3 episodes. Thanks heaps.
It's got, I think that'll cut down a bunch of time. There was a ton of rooms in there. We had to clear them all. It took fucking ages.
Oh gosh.
So many monsters and things that were just like evil and just get these willies.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Some that weren't so evil.
Who was the big bad?
There was a revenant who's like one who comes back from the dead with a purpose, but it turned out he wasn't evil.
The Leonardo DiCaprio
good.
movie?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, his name was Leo. How did you know that?
Well, it's Oscar bait, but I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Sonny's been around.
Yeah, his name was Leo Bear. It's weird.
Yeah, well,
anyway,
Oscar worthy.
Sounds like you must have gone up a few levels in that place.
oh yeah, definitely. I think we're about a 6 now. What do you think, Sasha?
I'd say I feel like about maybe a 6.
Yeah. Anyway, let's sit down and have that cheese. You sit down and have lunch, and as you're eating your lunch, you're swapping stories and quickly becoming friends as you.
No way.
And then I told her.
Wait, look at the dress bag.
Well, if a creek don't rise,
Have you got a good tailor for me, maybe?
don't know.
And the chatter is broken by a rhythmic thudding that starts to come from the distance.
Well,
as
I think my stomach is full of cheese.
a rhythmic thudding as you hear the sound of a huge creature approaching through the woods along the path below. And as you all stand to look at the sound, I think that's the perfect point to end this episode of DPR Does Curse of Strahd.
Louise, I don't think that is the cheese.
Oh, what is it then? Oh, it is a monster.